Nice smooth surface, put it in a lathe, this way, chuck it up. What we had to do here was remove a little shoulder in here, and that's because of a catcher. They call it a catcher that goes in here for helping catch material in a drill stem. The problem becomes after you're not working on just the new parts, you're working on older parts, and you have weld and you have out around and all kinds of stuff. The out around, that's a matter of averaging where you're at and doing the best you can. You can't dial in a piece that's out of round and make it round. You just do your best. A to B, so these two are 50-50, these two are 50-50. Sometimes you might not do that and you kind of just go average, best you can do, closest to round. Part of the problem in here besides wear was the welding. Somebody has, which these are expensive, so they welded a new bit section on the end of it, and that warped it too. Now, the trick and why we're here talking about this is these aluminum blocks. We've got the aluminum blocks put in there, and that allows this wonky surface to be even more wonky. So what you do by making it more wonky is you slowly tighten down and squish the wonkiness of the part into the wonkiness of the aluminum. If your aluminum gets too squished, then you might have to go back and sand it, fuss with it some more. You might want to sand it a little bit to match some of the crookedness of the part too, so that they're equally wonky instead of opposite wonky. And slowly, by squishing the aluminum and hammering it around, it helps. Does it make it perfect? No. Does it make it secure? Definitely not, because it's still wonky. So what you end up doing at the end is you end up taking little baby cuts, but at least you get the job done. Now, the other way we could have done this is we could have made an arbor to thread this onto, come in from the other side, but the arbor would have also been a problem because on the arbor, some of these out around would have wanted to stick on, been a problem. It would have had to been a real serious arbor, not something you'd make quick. Doesn't justify it for 8 parts. So, of course, you always got to decide for the quantity of pieces, but for some things, a piece of wonky aluminum that you can squish really makes it equally wonky to where you can barely get the job done. Good aggravating technique to learn. And I'm really glad that our man Carter is learning such things, because when I first suggested it, he's like, oh no, this won't work.
It seems a little bit sketchy, but it does work great. It's pretty amazing how you're just struggling and struggling to dial something in, and then you get it in the aluminum and it'll just go.